the weather situation. A little bit rainy up there. Not a top free agent destination, but great history.
Yeah, and for some players, it can really connect and click for them. You know, Damian and Robin Lopez said, hey, I'm a little bit weird myself. So for players with a bit of renegade or a different approach in their DNA, they fit right in, man.
Here's Lillard after the basket by Utah. Back to Matthews. The pass to Lillard. Shot clock at 6. Rebound, Utah. They come in fresh off a win against the Warriors.
I thought the way they attacked the rim and got into the paint was phenomenal. It seemed like after a while, the defense just kind of waved the white flag.
That's exactly what will happen when a team continues to attack the goal and come away with layups. It demoralizes the defense.
And here's Matthews. Following the 3 from D. Aldridge kicks to Lillard. There's a minute 34 left in the first quarter of the game. Drains it from beyond the arc. Lillard's got 10.
You know, he's showing some kind of a killer instinct this quarter, trying to stretch this lead out.
Burke with it. Last game he had 13. Favors. Shot no good. Some solid defense from Aldridge. Lillard the pass to Aldridge. There's the feed to Matthews. With some arc, and he gets it to go. Matthews has got his second bucket.
Nice pass. That one was right on target.
Jazz trail by 7. Burke dishes to Gobert. Up top, Burke. He's covered by Matthews. Burke kicks to Gobert. To the middle. Here's D. Shot's good. D's got 5. Portland with the ball. This game coming after a loss against the Bucks.
And Kevin, they were able to keep that game relatively close, but you could tell things were not clicking for them.
Yeah, I agree with you, Steve. I mean, it could have been worse, though. I mean, they didn't look fresh at any point in the game. Just seemed to be listless.
Now, here's Burke. Right now averaging 15 points a game. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Puts up a 3. No good from D. And here is Aldridge. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Jazz will take it. For LaMarcus Aldridge. Matthews, he's checked in for Darrell Wright. And Lillard subbed in for C.J. McCollum. Lillard and Matthews pair up in the backcourt. Batum is out there with Robin Lopez. And it's a Flalo in at the 3. That's the group on the floor for Portland.
This quarter has not been his best. The defense may be starting to affect him a little bit.
Now let's go to Doris Burke. Doris?
Yes, gentlemen, Gordon Hayward declining Utah's extension offer going into last season, and it paid off. They ended up matching a 4-year, $63 million offer sheet from the Hornets. As Coach Quinn Snyder said, at 24, he's a vet for our team, the youngest team in the league. He provides leadership. He's a playmaker, too. Guys, he did not come cheap.
No, a young swingman who certainly has his fans around the league, Doris. Thanks. Now, here's Burke, covered by Lillard. D passes to Hayward. Drains the three-pointer. Hayward's got 5.
He's such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Trailblazers leading by 13. Outside Matthews. Pass to Lillard. Back to Matthews. Portland moving the ball around. A second chance effort. Lopez, no luck. Utah's gotten into trouble with the 3-ball in the second quarter, only hitting 1 of 5 attempts. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Here's Burke, the 3, and the rebound goes to Lopez.
He hit a 3 in the first, but so far has been unable to capitalize here in this quarter.
Matthews into the lane, and he gets it to go. Matthews has got 4 this quarter. Here's Burke. Just 3 on the clock. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. The Jazz shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. No good. Trailblazers making a switch. .156 left in the 3rd quarter. Right outside. Kicks it to Kaman. Ball's knocked loose. Stolen by Evans. Now Exum, averaging 9 points per contest. Dishes to Booker. Pass to D. 5 on the clock. 1:22 left to play in the 3rd. Can't nail the jumper.
Aldridge can do so many things on a basketball floor. It shouldn't really come as a surprise when he switches his style up. Last year, I thought he played a lot more with his back to the basket.
A follow right side. Pulls up on the elbow. That one goes. Covered. 4 points. Blake with it. About a minute played here in the 4th quarter. Now here's McCollum. He's tightly guarded, and that is good.
He typically may not contribute a lot, but that doesn't mean he doesn't have the ability to.
Utah with the ball. Clark the pass to D. A strong finish under heavy pressure all over.
Beautiful job angling his body, shielding the big man from the ball on his way to the basket.
That's really the only way to do it if you're going to take it down there amongst the tall trees.
Now here's McCollum, guarded closer.
You know, sports medicine, really a key part to keeping NBA players on the court. It's getting so advanced, as are most things when it comes to performance and performance enhancement. But I read recently that they've discovered a new knee ligament. You'd think they'd have it all mapped out by now, but
Jazz making a change here. The Jazz have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the 4th quarter started. Clark kicks to Evans. Clark the pass to D. On the clock. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
And no question, he got bumped on that shot.
definitely no room for discussion on that one.
And let's get your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Trailblazers.
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive.
Let's see what you got, son.
Oh, I got plenty.
Jazz shooting a terrible 27% from the floor. Boy, an off night for them, to say the least. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the 4th quarter. Now, here's Burks. He's covered by Matthews. Burks' shot is good. D, he's checked in for the Jazz. The Trailblazers have gone 5 for 9 from the field in the final quarter so far. Lillard outside. Lopez sets a screen for Lillard. Matthews, no one around him, hits the target from 18 feet.
Well, the league's so focused on creating parity with the luxury tax and revenue sharing, but I think the max contract limits encourage stars to team up. If you allow the true superstars to command a larger share of the cap, I think they'd be more likely to spread out.
We've got 1:48 left in the fourth quarter. Aldridge sets up the pick now for Lillard. He dishes it to Aldridge. He's looking for Lopez and finds him. Almost, but it rolls out. Well, when you talk, Clark, about superstar contracts, it's estimated that LeBron James is worth 4 times more than he makes in player salary.
I don't find that hard to believe. I mean, he's one of the biggest stars in all of sports when you think about the magnitude of his celebrity. But you don't need to increase max salaries to that level. Right now, vets are limited to about 1/3 of the cap. If you boosted it to 40 or 50%, I think most star players would look for their own teams to carry.
And guys, with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who's watched it. I mean, just a total mismatch in a true show of strength for Portland.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, Stephen Clark. An all-around dominant performance, Clark. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
I certainly did, and they just cracked it open and made it an NC. No contest.
Yeah, I like that. And so now, on the year, they'll have 35 wins to their credit.
Well, this win gives them a victory in round 1 of what's basically a 4-game fight between these teams this season.
And it will be a fight, Steve. When you see an opponent that many times, it's inevitable that those games take on a little extra meaning for the players.
You always need role players to step up and help, and that was the case here as everything was working for Lillard. He just looked like an orchestrator out there, keeping his teammates involved, running to the open spots. I mean, he would constantly find them more often than not.
A different look now for Portland. Darrell Wright's checked in for Batum. Flalo comes in for Wesley Matthews. And McCollum subbed in for Lillard. Utah also making some changes. Evans, he's checked in for Favors. And Hood subbed in for Gordon Hayward.
Well, it looks like their comeback hopes are out the window. I think this lead is safe now.
Yep, this one's a done deal.
And stolen by Wright. Now here's McCollum. So Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. Not much to be critical of with this win, Clark.
Not at all. I mean, they showed up not just to play, they showed up to give great effort.
LaMarcus, it looked like
UGLY.
Man, ugly doesn't even begin to describe what happened out there.
What would you call it?
Sorry, pathetic, garbage, embarrassing.
Just gotta let it go. Get back at it tomorrow. Study some film, see what we did wrong. Hit the weight room, get some treatment, make up for it next time out.
Good idea. The quicker we get back out there, the quicker we can leave this nightmare behind us. Let's hit it.